Hello everyone. A quick recap of today's 10:30 a.m. task-oriented movement class at the Karma Shack. Task-oriented movement, move with a task, not just to create a shape, but for a purpose. Today's purpose was to explore lines of tension within the body, with and without weight, and then where can we isometrically contract, building upon that premise this week to stabilize and encourage more of the restricted muscle or the lengthened muscle to engage, to recruit more of the nervous system and muscle fiber for said movement or task. So I'm just going to go over one brief movement pattern with and without weight in a couple different shapes that you can do easily at your house, very similar to a sun salutation or some other movement pattern that you may incorporate in your life to have a daily assessment of how you feel, how your stuff is working. Okay? Very simple. I can have a normal stance, maybe a little wider than hip distance apart. I'm going to raise my arms, drop into a squat, reach the bottom of my squat, relax the arms, take a forward fold, and then inhale to rise. And that's it. Raising, squatting, folding, standing. That can be done now at different angles. I can twist off to the right, the left, I can widen my stance, I can even take a sort of lunge. So with this exercise, you can pause at any point that you feel restriction, but the first couple of rounds, let it be exploratory. Simply understand where your resistance points are, where you can afford to push through or back off. Mainly just getting comfortable to the movement pattern itself before moving on to weight. With weight, the idea is exactly the same. To move through this raising, squatting, folding, and standing. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this. If you want to roll up through the spine to stand, go ahead and do that. If you want to create a very nice spine and come up with posture, do that. If you want to press your weight or lift it straight above the head, do what calls to you. We're looking for lines of tension. We're looking for kinks in the chain of the movement pattern. So it's up to you to determine where this goes. What I would like you to think about is, again, when I reach this point of resistance, this long chain that is restricting, instead of just backing off and moving around, instead of trying to push further through it, can you pause and can you turn on? can you engage all of this restricted tissue, maybe for 2 breaths, maybe for 2 minutes, and then continue on. Okay? So again, this can look many different ways. Raise your hands, squat down, fold forward, stand up. How many ways can you make this work for you? It's very hot out here.